in the third quarter especially? What was the discussion like amongst you guys?
Well, that first half, I think we all thought we could just show up the same way that we did in Game 3, and it was going to be the same as though they weren't going to come out and play a certain style of basketball. And once they realized that, they did a great job of communicating with one another, the way in which we need to play, the way the ball needed to move, how we needed to guard, and that's what you saw in that second half.
The defense, specifically with Jalen guarding Donovan, what did you like from him in that second half?
A big portion of it, Jalen does a tremendous job getting into the basketball. He's done better navigating over screens. We ended up in some switches, so it was by committee that it wasn't just Jalen on the ball, but he started it, and I think that's a big portion. We've said it. He's the head of the defense when it comes to being the first line of defense there, and he's done a great job for us.
Coach, not many teams have a pair of superstars that can go for 30 and 10, handful of assists and no turnovers on back-to-back nights in the playoffs. Can you talk about just how special Franz Wagner and Paolo Banchero are?
You just said it. They're extremely special. And the beauty of two stars that can play off of each other and celebrate the other star, that's a beautiful thing. When you can watch that unfold real time, and watch each guy celebrate the next man next to him, I thought it was fantastic.
What do you make of the chippiness between the two sides, and how do you guys feed off that energy?
It's playoff basketball. You expect it, you embrace it, you don't shy away from it, you lean into it, and do it what we've been doing for the year. We're a physical team. We're a mentally strong team. We're a focused team. This young group is understanding and continuing to learn how they have to play on a consistent basis.
There were a handful of moments, specifically in the second half, where the Kia Center got incredibly loud, and you look down and you see Mo Wagner getting everyone all amped up. What kind of spark energy does he provide for this group? Because it seemed like he really infused energy in the group multiple times there.
Mo or the crowd?
No, the Mo, getting the crowd jacked up, but both, the tandem there.
It's who he is, I mean, he plays with a ton of energy, a ton of enthusiasm, and you talk about the joy that you need to have playing this game. He does it. He plays it with a chip. He plays it with aggression and a fearlessness. And I think our fans recognize that. The passion that he has for the game is the same passion that they have for this team, which is what you love about this, this community and how much they continue to support us.
Coach, it was 40 points in the paint in that first half for the Cavaliers, and Wendell and the entire group just came out much more stern, it felt like, especially inside. What was the biggest difference, I guess, for the Magic inside for the paint tonight?
I think Coach Oz did a great job of challenging them at halftime defensively to be better, to take out the paint, protect that first, and then get out and make sure we're flying around and getting to shooters. But I think them willing to take on that challenge from Coach was really fantastic.
Kind of building on that, to see a team that's never been in the playoffs before, never kind of been through the ups and downs of a series, to see them make that kind of an adjustment. You talked about the adjustments earlier. See them do that. What does that say about this team's maturity and how far they've come even in the last week?
It's a credit to them. It's a credit to our coaches who have continued to teach all year and talk about the different experiences we've been through. So it's no different than the game in January, where you're trying to figure out how to get out of a little bit of a slump, or you don't start the right way, but you can't hang your head. And this group showed a tremendous amount of poise to be able to bounce back and understand our defense carries us, and it allows us to, get out and get easy baskets on the offensive end.
Jamahl, you've told this team this is what can happen, and they don't seem like a group that needs to see it happen, but actually proof of concept and experiencing this and getting the win the way that you did. What does that do just to reaffirm what you've been processing?
This group knows what they're capable of doing, and sometimes you do need a reminder. Even the best teams, have to be reminded how good they can be. And I think that first half was allow us to wake up and look at it a little bit and say, who are the Orlando Magic? How do we play? And to turn that on in the second half, that's what you saw. But that comes from